Rebecca. All right, I'm going to do your 30-minute spiritual healing now. So, we want to look at your work and personal life because there's just feels like there's no purpose. You know there can be a lot more joy than you feel, and it just feels like work. So, I'm just going to relax here, and then we're going to go in and do some spiritual healing for you. So I'm just connecting with you now. I see through the eyes of a woman. She is walking alone. Hands are in her pockets. It's cold. She's looking down. Part of the reason why she's looking down is because the wind is very cold, so she's trying to avoid it hitting directly into her face. I can hear footsteps on snow, and it makes that kind of noise. The wind, there's kind of a deadness to the way it feels around, but it's also so cold, so you can't help but feel it, right? Sometimes when it's really brutally cold, the world around just seems like it's dead, the birds are not chirping anymore. Everything goes to sleep, but yet you cannot deny how cold it is. You feel it, right? Doesn't matter how dead it feels, it actually feels quite alive because you can't help but feel it on your skin. It just feels like I keep seeing what is I don't know if it's a tree person or it just looks like something watching you. Like you are in your own world, but you're not paying attention that there are other beings or entities watching you. Thing is I see this taking place. You may not feel any concern, any vibration of you should take a notice of this. I'm trying to make sense of the meaning of what it looks like a man, but a tree. That's what it looks like. It's got an odd sort of tree nose even. And I see you in the picture here in the center. And you're kind of small and just sort of like this as you're walking, very cold, and it's dark and it's only you. And then I see this odd tree man, way over here, just a sliver of tree guy watching you. In your mind, you're talking very quickly and thinking about things, and the images are going through your head. Thinking about things in life, talking really hard to yourself as you're thinking. And there's kind of a hollow, dark sort of way about it. So your mind is filled with sort of a dark platform, and there's foggier images of faces and things, and they just sort of appear and then rush out like blowing in the wind. And they just kind of appear and then they just rush out, and I hear you talking very quickly in your mind as you think through things. Your nose is running and you're going to go into this shop. I hear the door open and a bell jingle. You walk in. It's nice and warm in here. It almost feels like being embraced, like it's freezing outside. I'm going to go in and get a nice hot coffee in this cute little coffee shop or something. There is another scene that I'm experiencing here. It's quite strange. It's definitely what is like a sexual scene. It's all in darkness, and from the heart, though, it's sort of, there's no nudity at all. There's total clothing on, but a female sitting on the lap of a male, and there's sort of a sexual thing going on. But there's an odd, like I see the clothing, but I'm seeing no clothing, and from the skin and underneath the heart portal, now there's this massive, big, giant blue flower that comes out of the heart portal, and these strands of veins are sort of rippling across the chest and upper body. I'm trying to make sense of the energetic mood because there's something not just happy about it. There's something darker about it. You want me to say what I just saw? So it's as if you just dipped your hand into this coat jacket, opened it, put your hand in, and now took out a wallet. That's what it looks like. You are opening the wallet while simultaneously the scene is still in motion and you are looking at what is inside. You are taking money out of the wallet and you're putting it in your pocket. So we have simultaneous images happening. One is there's sort of a sexual thing. Another is the sexual scene is still taking place with clothes on while you are doing all these other things, getting into this wallet and taking money. And then also this odd image with the giant flower. It kind of looks like a poinsettia, but blue instead of red. There's just an angrier side. It's just sort of an energetic, angrier side to the whole scene. Even eyes that look colder. This part of you is walking away now from the man, and it's all in darkness, and you're at a door, or you're going through a door, and I'm hearing the jingling bell from inside that warm place that was kind of like a coffee shop, and now you are back in the cold again. You're mad at yourself for something, but you're also not going to think about it. Something falls from your hand. It looks like lots of little black pebbles. Some part of you just wants to fall apart. Because I see you definitely need a Kleenex, but it's also really cold out, right? But I'm also seeing there's something about the way your energy feels that it just feels like you're a human being made out of pots and pans that are about to fall apart and crumble all to the ground. But yet you're holding yourself together and you are choosing not to think about it. You're just going to continue to walk in this way, and this is just the way that it is. You are still falling apart, but you are still together. There's an interjection, a voice saying, asking me about why I see you as falling apart. Am I sure that I got it right? I say, the energy, it sounds even like pots and pans falling, but you're still sturdy, and some part of you, it's like you're crying inside. I can't get ahead of you, and I can't walk beside you. I'm always walking behind you, and just walking behind you and watching you from behind. You won't stop, and you won't acknowledge me, and you won't take the time to actually acknowledge that you really need to figure this thing out. You really need to take the time to really connect with yourself, really connect with who you are deep inside, and why there's this rattling and shaking kind of feeling sometimes. How do you really feel about each of these images that come up that you think your way through all the time, but you need to actually go a little bit slower and acknowledge that these images are coming up for a reason, and you need to actually look at them. And look at them. I am helping you to slow down, and actually we're going to look at these scenes. That's what I am doing here to help you. Because you need to just stop. That's the only way I can describe it. I've been walking behind you this entire time. I'm describing all this stuff, and I'm trying to get you to stop. And it's sort of like, stop, but you won't turn around and look at me. You won't acknowledge me. You just keep walking and feeling cold and rattly shaky. And then all these thoughts kind of bum through the head. Nothing changes, but you won't stop. Just stop, please stop. That's what I say. I'm literally running behind you, but I can never catch up, and I'm saying, please stop. It's important. When you turn around, your face is distorted. It looks really wide like this. Like, it looks really wide, and the eyes are absolutely enormous. And the face smile, and then the nose is really small, but the smile and the eyes are really large, and the face is sort of rounded like this way. And you have a normal sized body, but you're kind of petite looking. There's something really clean and tidy about your dress, and it even has kind of like a schoolgirl look to it. I mean, you're wearing like a navy blue kind of skirt and navy blue pantyhose and a really cute kind of like purpley pink jacket. I mean, you look totally together. You even have like a cute little hat on. It's like a French beret or something. But the face is really distorted. Your hair is straight, and then you have like a fringe here, it's dark brown, and then straight here. Obviously, you could have blonde hair. This is just how the reflection chooses to show itself to me. I mean, the thing is about this, the way this reflection looks, it's totally tidy and totally clean and really pretty, even with the face kind of distorted out. There's something cartoonish about that, but still you look very pretty. I'm finally able to meet you eye to eye, and we can talk now. It's very cold still. You're starting to shrink your head down. We're starting to come together. You show me there's a man smoking. I can hear the flick of the lighter, and then the snip of, I can hear the lighter lighting a cigarette. You show me that he like this, and it's a part of the back of your mind all the time. You show me more gruesome images. Even what is like a bed of really sharp spikes, and then it's being thrust into you from behind. And I'm watching the spikes ripping apart your body. You say, I have reasons about the things that I think about. I mean, you're telling me there's reasons why. You are this way, you feel this way. A reason why everything. I'm starting to get cold and shivery. I mean, there's a reason why I'm seeing this so cold in your spiritual atmosphere. I mean, I'm starting to get really cold. It's making me feel really cold inside. We need to alter this pattern. I need to remove this cold sensation. This needs to go. It needs to feel warmer in here. I am altering the energy pattern, and I'm saying warm. I'm saying warmth. The scene, I'm allowing the snow to evaporate. It's just going to be a warm evening, and like, it's not hot. It's not insanely hot like summer, but it's nice. It's a good temperature where you could feel comfortable in that's the air, the temperature. This, you need this. It's the world is far too cold for you to be happy in it. There's a scene here, and it's kind of, I see a face, and it looks like it covered in veins, and it's not exactly a normal, I mean, it's a human face, all right, but it's kind of covered, and it's sort of massaging your shoulders in a way. And there's sort of a weird sexual flair about this, too. I'm just saying, you need to look into the face of this and just say no. I don't want you massaging my shoulders. I don't like that. Look at this guy. You need to. And say no. You have a right to say no, okay? Some part of you doesn't feel like it. Some part of you feels like you're just forced to have this experience. And there's no is not going to work. I'm saying I'm here with you, and so I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to do it together, and we're going to go back to the other scene with the flower and the other weird, and we're going to look at that because I need to understand what that's about too. When we do that, when you choose to look into the face, it just instantly goes away because you're choosing to look into the face and say no. Somehow when you acknowledge something about, you can keep trying to walk away from it, right? But it'll just continue to follow you until you stop, turn around, look at it, acknowledge its presence, and say no to it. Just by just saying no. It's just kind of like you have a creepy boyfriend, you know, you thought he was great, and now it's kind of like, I mean, and so you just need to just say, you know, it's not really working. You need to have a proper breakup or something. I mean, I don't know. This is some sort of energetic thing, though. It has nothing to do with a boyfriend. It has everything to do with some sort of energetic thing that's lingering that you really need to look at it and say no to it like you're having a proper breakup or something. But you have to know that in your heart that when you say no, that it is over too. Because some part of you will continue to think about this and wonder if it ever will be over. And you just have to choose to say it is over and now it is done. And that's it. You walk away from that point forward, it is done. And that's it. And so you need to start thinking about other things. That's the hard part. Because in the process of saying no to this energetic thing, it instantly is ready to evaporate. It's instantly ready to not be there anymore. But it can't leave until you actually acknowledge and say no to it. But somehow when you say no to it and that it evaporates from your heart and your senses and your mind and everything, something feels really dull about life itself. And you're just wondering if it will ever be anything more than this. Because it might as well just feel like walking on an empty street in the cold by yourself. Something about life still feels that way. This isn't gonna work. I mean, how are you gonna find joy in life if this is your interpretation of life itself? We've got to shift it. We got to figure out, we got to get to the bottom of this because this is a huge deal. And you can change this. This can change. This really can change. You're so worth it, and it has so much potential to shift and change. But you're kind of in that, where you're at on the spectrum of change, sort of in the middle where you're not convinced it ever will change. So how will anything change? And so you're wanting things to change, but at the same time it just feels like this is the way life is. And that won't help anything change. I'm forcing you to go. I'm putting jogging shoes on you. I've got holding your hand, and we're just going to go for a run, okay? I just want to see what happens. Sometimes doing this in your spiritual atmosphere, it helps the brain speed up, and that it sort of creates an energy. It's sort of really positive energy really fast, and it helps us think about other things and feel differently about our surroundings. I mean, exercising in real life does this as well, but it's a little bit harder because you actually have to train the muscles and the lungs and the blood vessels to be able to tolerate it. But in your spiritual atmosphere, I can create the same effect without the exhaustion. So you're okay with that? I mean, you're all right with me doing that with you? We're putting on, your outfit is shifting and you're in a t-shirt and shorts and we're going for a run. I'm actually the one that's like, gosh, you're much better at running than I am. Slow down. How come you're doing that thing again where you're getting ahead of me? You're really difficult to keep up with. Again, I feel like I'm way behind you and watching you, and you're just continuing to kind of walk your own tune, your own pace, but also still feeling that it's just you in this world. We're going to enter into that scene with the wallet and the flower. I want to know more about this. I'm having you separate, so you are standing and then this man is standing. You're crying tears of blue. You have a blue flower in your coat pocket. Something feels really sad inside of your heart, and it shows itself in the form of a blue flower. You can't pick it out. You can't pull it out, you say. You continue to cry tears of blue. You continue to look down at the ground. You do not know how to heal from this. They show me what is a man coming up behind you with it's like a rope is strangling your neck. You try to put your hands to try and make it so it's not strangling. You're falling to your knees. It's a complete energetic thing because there really is nobody behind you now and there is no rope, but you're still doing like that. You are on your knees and you are grabbing at an invisible rope and nobody is there. You're shaking again. You're bewildered. You can't get your... I'm just going to have you breathe and relax. I'm having you look in the mirror and see that there's no rope around your neck and there's nobody behind you. You're telling me that it is not in the mirror. I keep seeing a sort of distorted face. I'm just creating a reflection of love that is just going to hold you. Just share what you need to share and allow your fears to enter into this hug of love. It is creating patience and acceptance, relaxation, experience of letting go. I'm helping to create energy that is, it's just this energy of smoke that's just coming out the back side of your heart portal. And it's just a stream of smoke coming out the back side of your heart portal. So love is actually pushing in and then pushing out a stream of smoke. And then the smoke is just continuing to come out. It's just like a, keep pulling out the ribbon of smoke. And then as it comes out, it just sort of kind of circulates around. But it's also evaporating at the same time. I'm continue to tell you, please release your fears into this energetic hug from your mind, from your tears, from your heart, from your body, from everywhere. It's just the heart portal just spit out a ball, and it looks like a ball of rubber band. The big size one. It's like this size ball just came out of your heart portal, and it looks like a bunch of rubber bands put together into a giant rubber band ball. And they're blue, red, and the cream colored rubber bands. More of these are sort of in the backside and wanting to come out now, but they haven't pushed out yet. But what does push out, it looks like just grayish silver dust. Like they all just turned to dust, and now the dust is just coming out like ash or something. It's just continuing to come out of the backside of your heart portal. More and more and more of this ashiness. Just constant stream of ash. Like if you had a jar full of sand and you just kind of tilted it, and then the sand just kind of trickled out and just blew into the wind. That's kind of what this is like. It looks like kind of like a dead baby coming out. Just covered in dark energy. That was a really positive. I mean, I know it sounds gross or weird, but it's a really positive energy feeling that I get with that being removed from there. I mean, babies are a representation of growth, and could be newborn energy, or it could be, in this case, it's not newborn energy. It's an energy that is, the growth was stagnant and that needed to come out. It's a reflection of no growth and a blockage. A blockage that died a long time ago. It's just been blocked and just resting in there and just needed to come out. Something more gruesome now, another scene that is a little more gruesome. I don't know what is going on, but it's happening from the front of the chest region, and it's pushing energy into you. And it's kind of morphed or odd, like you have a body that's made out of stretchy material, and there's like an arm or hands being moved, and I can see from the back side of you. I'm just watching it and finding a way to allow balance and harmony to enter into the reflection. So this isn't the reflection you're experiencing. It's something that is balanced and harmonious. It's really bothersome for you, that's for sure. And it can feel like violating. But again, I'm just wondering, in all of these scenes and everything that I've experienced, where's your motivation for something better than this? Why are we just going to stop here and this is all that there is? Even if this is felt and experienced there's some that you have to get beyond it. I'm still working on clearing it completely out. This is the focus of this time, is to clear this energy out of there. So that way you can start making new steps and new decisions to allow positive energy to fill your body, your veins, your heart, your mind, your thoughts over and over. You need to be focusing on that, because you're kind of stuck in a groove that you feel is the way it is. And once that happens, once you choose to enter into there and not change anything, not change the way you're thinking, not change the way that you're walking the steps of life, now life will always be like this, and this is as good as it's ever going to get. If you want it to get better than this, you actually are going to have to take steps and strides to work on your thought processes and the way that you're choosing to experience the world around you. Because the energy never shifts into something more magical. It just stays at this level of blah, of walking in the cold, weird tree guy watching you. You not really standing up for what you want in life and just letting yourself be taken advantage by life itself. You being able to choose what you experience, but it never gets into something more exciting. They're really emphasizing again that when you acknowledge the challenge, right? You sit down, you say, you know what? I've been dealing with this consistent feeling of life just not ever getting better than this. You acknowledge it. Now you actually have to take steps to improve it by choosing to see this world has a lot more to offer, and then demanding it for yourself. Because how do you manifest change? How do you manifest a transformation or a joyful life? You don't do it by continuing to feel like life just is ever going to be this. You manifest change by filling your thoughts and your world with new hopes and dreams. And you can call them hopes. And then in dreams that new books that you want to open, new experiences that you want to have, and then actually choosing to have those. I'm examining what the wallet scene kind of meant to me, because it too was sort of possessed the same flavor as all the other scenes that I've experienced. Sometimes, like when my life gets frustrating, or, sometimes it's like, I'm just going to go buy some new clothes. Like, it's such a girl move, but it works. Like, I'm going to get a new pair of jeans and a new shirt, and I'm going to feel awesome about myself. Like, there's something about that, I'm going to go and I'm going to get my nails done, or, you just have like a real girl moment. The thing is that you can take money to go do these things, but in the end, you can't change the way life feels by masking it with a nice thing you buy here and there. It's still something about the wallet scene. It still doesn't have... There's just something that is just really not fulfilling. It's not deeper. It's not sacred enough. It's not the wow moment. It's kind of like another, just I'm walking through the cold and I'm alone. I'm having kind of a sexual scene, but our clothes are on, and I'm just going to take this wallet and take the money out, and now I'm just going to go back outside. It's still not the flavor of awesome, the magical moment. Why are your clothes on? You need to be engaged in this sexual experience. Anything else it's not a part of the experience, it just... I'm just pausing for a moment. There's just some odd black sort of growth right here that I'm looking at. mean, you show me that you feel congested by this sometimes. This part of your reflection feels energetically congested with odd patches of black, sort of. I mean, it's like skin growths that kind of come out of the body and they look very strange. Again, it's kind of like a energetically just, where's the joy in life? The joy in life then evaporates this. When we are in love, for instance, there is no weird black growths all over our body. When we're in love and we're passionate about life or we're excited about something, there's skipping going on. There are not scenes that are really cold, I'm freezing to death and I can't blow my nose. And you see what I mean here? There's something about the way that you're feeling about life that also is just like this. And again, I am doing work to fill you with love and happiness and joy to help you not feel contaminated with that, because it grosses you out, it bothers you, it feels like you're plagued with it, you can't get it out. But you can. And you can do it by thinking positively every day. Like when you wake up, it's not just another day. Today, the sun is going to shine and I'm going to find a dollar bill on the sidewalk today. Or, something awesome is going to happen today. I just know it. Even if nothing awesome happens on that day, something awesome is going to happen. And you need to start thinking it every single day, all day long, in order to change this energy. It's kind of just never happy. And it can be. They're saying this is all that I can share for you right now. So I just want it to be awesomer for you. I just want it to feel better. I just want it to be more than this for you. But part of it too is this is what I see when I'm in your energetic atmosphere. And then you can do things to help lift this kind of boggy feeling. But you got to put a little effort into it, and you got to choose to be excited about life, even if life doesn't feel very exciting. You have to make it exciting by saying, you know what, I'm going to go loony today, and yes, I'm going to have cereal for breakfast, and I'm going to have a cup of coffee today, yippee! But be serious about it. You got to be excited about every moment. Taste every bite of your food. Acknowledge that you have this awesome 10 minutes of time to actually relax and enjoy drinking your coffee, and allow the joy of the coffee moment to just say, you know what, if I get a gloomy feeling, I'm just going to let it into the light, and because I'm having a happy moment. I'm having a moment for me to feel joy. And so there's nothing else worth my time and effort of attention if it is not a reflection of joy and excitement. And that's the way this feels for me. So just sending you the awesome feelings, because I want that for you. I want you to feel awesome, and you deserve it. You deserve to feel better than this. And so this is what Spirit has to share. And I'm looking forward to getting feedback and see what you think about all of this. So thank you very much for this experience. And for those of you watching, if you're interested in spiritual healing or psychic wisdom with me, please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.